salute everyone to Wizards Outlook. We got Raymond Lyons, Cardell Dudley Jr., Wilson Tarpe Jr., the Cavs at home. Man, the Wizards a 117 to 94 loss. That loss currently has Washington in 11th place, right outside the line looking at the play in. But Ray, we'll start with you. Um, where do you feel like tonight went wrong for Washington?
Gave up 78 points in the paint. Like that'll do it, man. But I mean, we see this time and time again. If they're playing a team that have physically imposing bigs or athletic bigs, then the Wizards have a long night. Um, and the Cavs have that, so yeah, they just got demolished in the paint. They just didn't play with force and play with intensity, and the results showed it. Also had 17 turnovers. I mean, you just can't win a basketball game that way. Yeah, and then at this point in the season, it is what it is, man. We know there's shortcomings, and Cleveland has the personnel to expose them to a high degree, and that's why the score looked the way it looked. So, yeah, then Kuz, it was his first game back in a while, so he was trying to get his sea legs under him. He had a rough game, so yeah, they they were pretty much doomed from jump. Uh, it's tough to drop ones when you need every win you can get. They're fighting for their lives right now, so yeah, they dug themselves in a hole a little bit, and they're gonna have to climb back out of it. They're still teetering around that 10, 11 range. And now they need some help from the teams around them. So yeah, they just got to buckle down and play basketball. Performances like tonight, it's just not going to do them any good. They need to throw this one away because they got to get right back to it tomorrow. So we'll see if they can regroup.
Cardell.
Yeah, they just couldn't guard their backcourt, the Cavs backcourt. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell from the opening tip. They control the tempo, they control the pace, they control the game. They weren't getting in the lane and time again to getting theirs. They were finding other people to get theirs, specifically Mobley. You know, to kind of just be out of the game early, like early in the second half, where you knew they weren't going to beat the Cavs without Jared Allen. That makes it even worse. You be like, all right, without Jared Allen, Porzingis, should it, Mobley's talented. With us fighting for our playoff lives, why can't Porzingis win that matchup? All right, Bill Donovan Mitchell, they gonna watch, they gonna go at it. Then Darius Garland, why can't by committee? Monte Morris, DeLon Wright, why can't by committee? You try to match what he does. You see what I'm saying? And then it come down to the others, who the others play, and you didn't get either. None of it worked. Like nobody really won their matchup. No one even their matchup. Kuz was out of whack, and it wasn't even like just the rhythm offensively. He got in foul trouble early, and we all know even when he's in rhythm, his defense can be up and down. No disrespect, it just is what it is. So with him being rusty and him not hitting shots, and you a step slow because you try to get back in rhythm, but you try to get back in rhythm at this point in the season with teams in kill mode because they in playoff mode. It's just a bad deal overall, man, and that's why he couldn't get going being in foul trouble. You already behind the 8-ball rhythm wise, and now you in and out the game because of the fouls. They just cruise, man. LeVert, damn near everybody that saw got on the floor scored for the Cavs, like everybody. Then when I look at the Wizards match, the reserves, the only one who made an impact was Kispert. 12 points, 5 or 6 from the field, but they look flat, man. They look like they coming off of like 4 or 5 games in 6 days or something, man, and they weren't. They had a few days off. So, like Ray said, man, they keep showing us who they are. Ain't no point in getting emotional about it. Just accept it for what they are, and it's on them. Show us something different, then we accept that. But until then, You just got to accept that they headed to the lottery. Start looking at the tournament, see what these draft picks are, because it seems like that's where they want to be. You know, you got to put a better effort than this, man. And it don't get no easier with that crazy Kings team coming to town tomorrow. So this was a game you should have been trying to steal without Jared Allen, and fortunately you ain't do it. You just made things worse. And then, looking at everything else, the Bulls are up on the Timberwolves by 109 late in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. So they win. Like you said, they're 11th right now. Shoot, if the Bulls win, I think they jumped the Wizards, so they be in the 12 because right now they both at 18 games back. So I think they jumped the Wizards with this one. So it gets tougher, man. But that's on now.
Like y'all said at the beginning of the month, this month was going to let folks know what it was going to be like for the end of the season, and they've dictated what it's going to be. Again, tough game tomorrow night. Told you guys earlier this week what this back-to-back was going to look like. First half of the back-to-back is an L. We'll see if they can respond tomorrow or not. That said, I have to ask, so, player of the game.
Darius Garland.
Yeah.
11-19. So nobody keep that boy in front of him.
At all. X Factor.
I'm going to say Mobley because I love what he did defensively, man. They kept trying to pick on him. He matched Porzingis for the most part. They both were 20 and 8, 20 and 9. They both he matched them. But they kept trying to get him in isolation situations with like Bill, and he wasn't going for it. He was sliding his feet, moving his feet with the guards, contesting, and getting back to Porzingis and making him work. He was amazing defensively tonight, especially without Jared Allen. Then he did his damage 20, 28 and 3, man, 8 of 15, man. So he definitely was the X factor for what he did defensively because with his defensive presence, it didn't allow anything easy for the Wizards. Like the Wizards would have had to bomb them from 3 to kind of be in this game. And we all know the Wizards where they shoot 16. They get 8 for 23 from deep. There you go.
Right.
Yeah, Mobley, man. Especially with Jared Allen out and him kind of picking up that slack and helping Cavs not miss a beat.
All right, get to some of these comments before we get out of here. We're going to start with Area 11T. Said Denny needs to go ahead and start his off-season training tomorrow. Said come back when the jumper works.
Hey, man. Y'all, some of y'all wanted that. I had Rui. Leave it alone. I had Rui.
It works. He needs that confidence. The team needs to come back when they're ready to compete.
We've been saying that all season. They ain't ready to compete at this point. They're not going to compete.
You don't start competing at game 70, man.
Well, what that viral clip of Dame Lillard said to campers at his his kind of fantasy camp when he was like in the NBA, coach shouldn't have to coach effort. Y'all was talking about that. I'm talking about the people comment, talking about the effort, right? That's why we can't really say much about Wes Unseld. Because my man got to get him up to play. Then get to the X's and O's and then adjustment. Pros. So there you go.
Hey, man, I told y'all to hit the button a couple years back, but, I want to listen to me. Started off hot this year, boom, now we on the outside looking in. Yeah, it happens quick. Worst part is you controlled your destiny. Like several opportunities. This is the second one of these months in the last 3 months where heavy home games, heavy home schedule. Can't even be like they just had you on the road too much. It just, we just were never comfortable. Nah, you were at home. You were at home. Even in this scenario today, tomorrow, you don't even have the back-to-back on the road. You get to come back home. Man. Biggie Steve said, now we're playing for draft seeding, I'm hoping. Kersey said, Lotto, man, we're going to draft someone to play the G League again.
This draft got a lot of talent, but at the end of the day, you got to evaluate, right?
Yeah.
You got to evaluate what's good for your team. And unfortunately, this franchise similar to what we've seen this season, it ain't much confidence in that area, man.
And even with the draft thing, like this is a veteran laden team, and you guys were just talking about things, like effort and things of that nature. A kid's not fixing all that. You don't put that on a kid.
But that's why you got, I talked about this a couple of games ago with Corey Kispert. He comes from a winning program. They ain't losing a lot to Gonzaga. You see, he's one of the few wizards that consistently give you the same energy, regardless of small weather. Now, if the rest of the team could follow that, him and DeLon Wright, those are the most consistent guys with energy that they have on the team. If the rest of the guys can follow that, you can have some. So that's why it's always good to kind of draft them off from a winning situation because they're not gonna go for it. They just like I ain't used to losing like this. They gonna keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's who they got an eye, but they also got to get somebody talented enough to come in and make an impact or help stop them.
Kersey said, "Got to get more support, man." Watch them whip the Kings tomorrow. Yeah, I'm probably not going. Everything's possible, but it's going.
Porzingis got to deal with Sabonis. Sabonis coming up with what? 24, 21, and 5. He coming off that. Then you got De'Aaron Fox. I don't even know why he got voted in also. He should have been in the first place, but that's a whole nother discussion. You got people, whatever, voting. They don't know what they're doing. All right. He had an off night. He shot 5 for 16, so he's going to be in here trying to redeem himself. They got to deal with him. Kevin Huerter, I think he banged up, so he may not play. But you still got Malik Monk, who's explosive. He can go off anything for 20 to 40 easy. You know what I'm saying? But Bill got to deal with him, and then he got to deal with my man off night. And then De'Aaron. So, and then Kuz got to show up, but he got to deal with Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, you know what I'm saying? Kessler Edwards. He got to deal with some lively, bouncy wings that are versatile. You know what I mean? So, and they fighting for something. They 42-22. They not trying to give up, man. Like they fighting for playoff position too. So I doubt they come across country to take a area. Like Wilson said, anything's possible, man. Hey, we just saw Fairleigh Dickinson beat Purdue. So
anything is possible. The Kings are already in town waiting for these people to get back home. Also, Darius Garland was in the paint when he felt like, show me who's going to keep De'Aaron Fox out of the paint tomorrow night. But, I'm going to leave that alone.
You should have the energy. They ain't have it tonight.
Said they well rested. That's tough. Sure, Knight, please don't waste your time talking about this. hey, man. Imagine the Wizards beating the Kings. Look, anything's possible, man. I'm gonna leave that alone. Not a fan. That's tough. I'm gonna have to take that. Fox and Mug going crazy. Probably. You got a team that don't play defense. Yeah,
you need to be more worried about Sabonis. That's the problem.
It's a triple double, man. He was giving them hell when he was on the Pacers.
Yeah.
On an everyday basis, like on a regular on site.
Yes. 2020s.
Hey, like that. He was touching triple doubles just because they were on the schedule. Hey, you think the Wiz blowed up if they don't make the playoffs? I'm not answering. I'm gonna remove myself from this. So y'all go ahead.
Man, why y'all be putting us on the spot, man? Live. Oh, God dang. Nah, man, I don't think so because both Porzingis and Kuz got the option here come back. So I think they're gonna play it out. Unless one of them just say I'm ready to be out early. But if not, I think they just gonna play it out at least for half of next season, see what it is, and then if it's more of this, they ain't got no choice because you can't see the one that staying in. And at the end of the day, as your team, if it's still this, why would you max 3 of these dudes and be locked in for the next few years with this? Just don't add up. So
all I would simply say is, yet again, you're at another crossroads when you have a potential out. I'm gonna leave that there. After a little while, there's not gonna be any more potential outs. We ain't a good drafted team. This is a great question. What vet leads us?
Oh boy.
Y'all on one tonight. I'm just gonna let that hang there. Y'all can answer that in the comments. Boy, 76 points, points in the paint to our 40. Why the hell are we thinking play in when the 11 and 12 seed look better than us and playing like we want to see the postseason? Man, y'all are making great points, so I don't really have much to respond to, you know. For the young players' sake, I hope they don't get drafted here because they're just going to utilize them poorly.
See, that's when you gotta kind of be an asshole. I remember they asked Mike when he first got drafted to the Bulls, like, what did he learn from the vets? He's like, honestly, like, yeah, he's like, not to be like that. Straight up. You just like, I gotta be my own leader. Y'all do what y'all do. But I know what I gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just gotta be like that. Like, I ain't following none of this. You know, you take what you can take to help your game. You know, like a Taj Gibson give you advice, people like that give you game. You take that with it. But all this inconsistent energy effort, especially being a rookie, you can't afford that. You go out there and you do what you gotta do, dog. So that's where every man gotta make their own decision. But you don't want nobody saying you don't compete. That's like the worst thing you can say about an athlete.
No matter the sport, that's a death sentence right there. In my Jim Moore voice, playoffs. Oh my God, Kersey.
Damn.
He followed up with,
I'm betting out here.
I'm just sharing these at this point. Followed by, Kersey just got a whole thread off. And this is how he ended his thread.
That ship is sailed, buddy.
He here now. Early 11th, he said it's just sad with a fancy to be smarter than the damn franchise itself.
Yeah, y'all trying to get us. Dang.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep sharing it. I'm not responding.
As soon as we show up to Calvin one, yeah, y'all might as well turn around. We saw the show.
So that's what y'all on, huh? Man, I say for y'all. Hey man, you ain't gotta say it for us, man. Y'all, we just show up and cover, man. You know, that's it.
You tell y'all what's going on. That's all.
Man, I'm at peace. I had a good day. Watched some good basketball. Wasn't this game, but I watched some good basketball. You know, one of the college teams I root for had a good day. It's been fine. You know, but again, we appreciate y'all tuning in and sharing your thoughts with us in a safe space. But yeah, y'all was on one tonight. Some of these we can't respond to. Like, man.
If they like this tonight, potential for tomorrow night. Woo.
Hey man, potential for tomorrow night is just we gonna get through what we get through. I'm just gonna click the comments up, just 20 seconds a piece, so y'all can just read it. And I'm not gonna say, just gonna sit here in silence. Like, there's one comment, there's two comments. We got a couple before the buzzer. Man, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. You know, y'all provided the comments. So you know, it's not just us. And then you just want to end with a heater, huh? Okay. Yeah, that last one, Kersey, I ain't putting that up there, but I see you. Just know that I see you. But I can... Hey, man, you know, just... I put it up there, man. Just look, I ain't saying it, but, you know, hey. The bill, sir, that is terrorism.
This ain't much.
I'll be covering before the game, so y'all stick with y'all. Nah, y'all good, man. Look, somehow, regardless of everything going on, they still got a chance to get into the play-in. As we said at the beginning of this month, it's up to them, but they are definitely running out of time and opportunities. Because some of those early losses, you know, the tiebreakers from earlier in the season, this is when they come back to bite you. Mm-hmm. This is when. Those winnable games against the Pacers or the Bulls or things of that nature. Like, yeah, that's tough. But there'll be y'all are on one, man.
Bro, remember like 3 weeks ago. They played the Hawks, and the Hawks was in the same spot as the Wizards. Now the Hawks beat the Warriors tonight. They in the eighth seed. They in the eighth seed, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can catch the Heat by the time regular season ends. But they like 2.5 back, but that quick, man.
In 2 weeks, a lot of things changed on both sides. Teams making moves for in the standings rather.
Yeah.
Teams sliding all the way out to underneath that black line, and some teams made like a short little sprint, like you said with the Hawks. It's a great example. They was right with the Wizards. It was like, nah, we're not like that. They decided, no, not like that, and look where they're at. Again, they got a hell of a tough game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
This is just gonna say it is. You mess with the coach of the year, one of the best teams in the league all season. Consistently, Sacramento has been good. So, they're gonna break some habits to get that W tomorrow. And tonight wasn't a great sign in terms of lending anybody confidence towards that. Obviously the game has to be played, but yeah. But y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all.